All right, guys, welcome back to my channel again. Tonight we're going to take a look at the IS6. One of my viewers, Dogfangs, also known as Wallace, has been kind enough to let me go into his garage and use his IS6. Now, I wouldn't consider this a review because actually what you're going to see is the first battle I've ever run in it. I'll probably run 3 or 4 battles just to see how this thing runs, but I just wanted to make it clear this is not a tank that I have personal experience with. So what you're seeing is the beginning of my playing it. Once again, I am very appreciative to Wallace for allowing me to borrow this tank and borrow his account to do this. Really awesome. So what we're looking at is the IS6, and you guys know this is a very, very popular Tier 8 premium tank. It does get preferential matchmaking. If you're thinking of buying one, you probably should do it soon because it's my understanding that over the next year, World of Tanks is going to remove most of the tanks that get preferential matchmaking, or all of them. So any tanks like the Jag Tiger 88, the Super Pershing, this tank, you know, all of those Tier 5 premiums that get the preferential matchmaking, not including the Ram 2, Chi or T25, because those do not get it, but like the SU 85I, the T14, those are all going to get the Matildas. They're probably all going to get removed from the game in the next year. So it gives you some incentive to buy these premium matchmakes tanks. The T-34 will still hang around. The Luva will still hang around because those do not get preferential matchmaking, but the IS6 is going to get removed. Now, what do I know about this tank that I can tell you? Well, first of all, it has decent mobility. Secondly, for those of you that have faced it without premium ammo, you know what a nightmare this tank can be with its ability to bounce shots. It is what is considered a brawler. I am not much of a brawler tank style, so I would imagine I'm probably going to struggle a little bit with this tank. But it likes to get into people's faces because the closer you are and the more you move, the less chance you have of getting hit. Because the armor, even though it's not super thick, it's angled well. But if it's in motion, it's going to be a lot harder for them to hit weak spots. And this tank does have some weak spots. Obviously, the lower plate is a little bit weak, though it's not the best place to hit it if you're facing the front. Who can tell me where to hit it? Well, probably my #1 choice is going to be this door right here. If this guy's even down just a hair, this door becomes a very easy spot to weak spot the tank. Now, you still have to have, I think, over 160 or 170 pen to get through it. So unless you're like really above him like this, you're going to still have some difficulty getting through that door, but it is a nice big weak spot. Secondly, if he's angled, and this is what makes this tank suck a little bit, because whenever I run into these, this is exactly what I go for. These guys always try to angle against me, but what happens is because of the way that the armor is designed, that puts this nice flat spot right at you. Now, if you're on ground level with him, you're going to have a hard time penetrating this. But if you're above him a little bit, well, this becomes a nice flat spot to put your bullet right through. Same thing with the backside. They got this big flat area. But yeah, you only have 100 armor on the front and sides. But because of the angling and because of the spaced armor with the tracks, this tank really does a nice job of reflecting shots. I'll tell you what, I run into them and I don't fear them like I used to when I first started playing the game, but I still get frustrated with them occasionally because if you have a good player and he stays moving, it is very hard to penetrate this tank unless you can get around behind him. So seemingly from I guess from the other side perspective, seems like a pretty good tank. I also hear a lot of people recommend this as a first-time premium tank. So if somebody's going to go into the game and they are going to buy a Tier 8 premium as their first tank, which of course I don't recommend, but there are people out there that say, oh yeah, go ahead and do it. There's other people that say, oh, I regret doing that. I wish I hadn't done it. This is probably the best out of all of them because it is the most forgiving of the premium tanks. Now, the downside to this tank, you know, the biggest issue that I see with this tank is the gun. Same gun handling as the 112, though I think this one reloads faster. We'll see when we get into battle. But you're dealing with Tier 8, and you only have 175 pen. Now, because this tank is an okay mover, you can kind of work around that, but you're going to put your armor in danger doing that. However, it does use ACPR for its premium ammo, and that definitely boosts your penetration. And so when I ran the IS3, same thing, Tier 8, almost a very similar tank, actually. Before I had the BL9, it also has this same, what is it, the D25T or whatever the gun is, the D30. Okay, so it's an upgrade from the level below it. But it's a very similar gun to this. 175 pen, 390. Some of the other stats are a little bit different, but it's similar is what I'm getting at. I had to use gold ammo on the IS-3 because I didn't want to spend all my time trying to grind to the next gun. I just wanted to get through it. So I threw gold ammo into that tank, and I spent probably $300,000 on, you know, silver credits. I didn't buy gold, but I spent 300,000 credits or more on gold ammo to grind the IS-3 up to the BL9, so I didn't need to use the gold ammo anymore. Unfortunately, with this tank, you're stuck with this gun. So I don't know. It's up to you. It's an okay gun on tier 8. Now, because of it gets preferential, because of the fact it gets preferential matchmaking, you're a little better off because you got to imagine like the IS. Here, the IS also has a very similar gun. If you look at the stats, it's 175, 390, slower rate of fire, same dispersion, same aim time. It's really the same gun. It's just a little bit slower rate of fire. You're going to be going to the same tiers. You're going to see tier 8, and you're also going to see tier 9. Now, the IS on tier 7 is a godsend with that gun. But when you get to tier 8 and 9, it's not as good. So you're basically running the same kind of... Here's what I'm getting at. If you can stand it in the IS, you'll be able to stand it in the IS6 because it's essentially the same matchmaking, though it's a little harder because you never see just tier 7. You're going to be, you know, tier 8 and 9. But so let's see if it's a good tank. Like I said, I don't know what to expect. I've never driven this tank before. I'm going to run it for, I think I'm going to try to do 4 battles if I have time. I got to get out of here in an hour. So if I'm not done in an hour, I got to quit and be done. So anyway, let's go take this guy for a ride. Once again, thank you, Wallace, for giving me the opportunity to do this. Let's go. Well, it's a cool looking tank, that's for sure. Low, sleek, fast. I don't know about fast, but low and sleek for sure. Wonder where I should go. If I normally would play it like a heavy, I'd go down to the southern fjord. I think I'll just probably do that. So let's go head down that way and see what we get. Those M103s are going to be a bit of a problem. They can penetrate this tank fairly easily, and to make matters worse, they've got pretty decent armor from the front. So I'm going to definitely be struggling with them. And oh look, I get to take a KV5 with me, and he also is going to struggle with their armor because he's only got 171 pen. In fact, the Tiger 1's probably the only one that's going to be able to penetrate anything. Oh, we got an SU-122. That uses essentially the same gun that I'm using. But yeah, the reload rate on this, as you can see here, is 9.87 seconds. And I can tell already that the bloom is better than the 112. It's aiming faster just out of the gate than my 100% crew 112 was. So Type 59 up on the hill. What are we going to do with him? I want to get down the road, but I want to do it without getting shot in the butt. There he goes. We knew he was going to do it. I'm going to try to give him another target to shoot at, because... that's poor Tiger. Coming with the other IS6. Try to snuggle in here. The Tiger's going to come around and make it so I can't hug the wall. Come on, Tiggy. Man, I totally missed. Welcome to the new world of World of Tanks. Now, a lot of people are complaining about the new patch and the awful penetration. And critted him. Oh my freaking goodness. I'm just going back to regular ammo. I don't want to, although Wallace does have like $8 million, I don't want to use it all on. So far, they're pretty decent armor. I'm going to call for help. I don't think I'm going to make it out of here, but I haven't taken any damage yet, actually. Yeah, this gun, and once again with the new accuracy patch, it's going to be a lot harder to be super effective. Yeah, look at the armor, though, man. I'm just taking shots like crazy. So I guess even though I'm probably not gonna survive this. You know what? All things considered, I'm doing pretty okay. This is not good, though. Oh. All right, so here's where I'm gonna take some lessons that I learned. Unfortunately, this SU-100M has got my number here. Okay, good. Too bad he hit me, but at least I'm gonna try to. Oh, it didn't work. I'm trying to. Now, how did he penetrate me there? I was trying to side scrape. I am not a good side scraper. Oh gosh. Well, it looks like we're probably going to win this match. I got to say, you know what, guys? Even though I didn't do a whole lot, I have to admit, I am pretty daggone impressed at how many shots. I mean, those were their top tanks. Now, I did run into the IS6, the 112, but even the M103 bounced a couple shots off me. That was pretty cool, you know? I mean, that made me laugh because that was a lot of shots bounced. I'm enjoying this already. Over the 112 and the experience I had with that was fun. Maybe this is a tank that I'll buy down the road. Who knows? All right, let's get to the next battle. Well, we'll see what the results are when we're done here and go from there. Didn't make much money on that one. That's all right. You know what? I was not premium, so oh no, I would have made 31,000, 46,000 is the total, but 15,000 take home in this case. I did bounce over 2,000. So even though I didn't do a whole lot of damage, I bounced a lot of damage. Once again, it wasn't a stellar battle by any means, but that was awesome. It really did bounce the shots. I mean, that is, boy, more fun than the Super Pershing, I'll tell you that. I love the Super Pershing, but you can't get close like that with the Super Pershing. In that kind of combat, you would have been dead in seconds, you know. So, pretty impressive. So, with the new patch, what I was saying was that a lot of people are complaining because the accuracy has dwindled. And it has. In all honesty, we really have. Well, but you know what? I've been playing this game for 3 years now, and I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time when the accuracy was even worse than it is at this point. And people all over the world complained when they improved the accuracy to what it was before patch 9.6. A lot of people were whining because, and I think, honestly, somewhat rightfully so, because what happened was that super long-distance accuracy on the move, it pretty much negated armor. So the heavy tanks were struggling because now what the armor that used to work, because people had a harder time getting those pinpoint shots, they just shoot, you know, 90% of the shots were going right to the weak spots, and that hurts. So my impression is that, yeah, it does suck. It does suck that they nerf the accuracy, but it's better than it was originally, and it gives the heavy tanks a little bit more of an advantage now because, yeah, honestly, lately they've sucked because of the accuracy increases. So this nerf, if you will, has helped a lot of different classes of tanks that kind of needed help. The heavy tanks really were a dying beast in this game, and I feel like this has been a great improvement. So that was luck. I actually aimed up or down on purpose, hoping he would fling it up, and he did. So it was skill luck. Now, we're good here, except for one problem. I'm not necessarily angled properly for what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that guy went right through me, so I knew I wasn't going to hit that, but... Uh-oh. Got to get off the hill. Need to get down. See if we can get over and disturb them on this side now. What do we see over here? 45? What just hit that T-34? If I can get a good hit on this guy, we'll take him out, and then we'll be able to flank him. He's moving away, though, and unfortunately it's dragging out. I need to do this quick, or it's not going to be worth doing.
How did they know I was coming? I mean, that just... Ugh. Do we have artillery? Yeah, I got one. And I would say probably just like... Look at all these shots, though. This is great. This guy's probably flinging gold at me. It's not good. See if I can hit that T-25 AT. Nope. The 110 is basically an IS-8. He's got that terrible gun to... I think I might reload faster than him, too. Hopefully I will. Come on, guys. Reload that bad boy. Nope. But I do have a faster or similar reload to him, so... If I can get him... What's he doing, man? He might have switched over to gold. I'll try to go through his bottom. Nope. I need to get out of here. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! This vehicle has had it. Oh, well. I got too sideways there. That was a mistake. I should have stayed angled to him. I had a better chance of not getting penetrated, though. I think he probably... It felt like he was switching over to gold, so... But, we might have this. I don't know. We still have all of our heavies. The Jag Tiger. Hopefully that one... Oh, that was stupid. Oh, guys. All right. Well, not that I didn't do the same thing, but the other thing I should have done is I should have switched over to gold ammo. That's where you need it. When you come into a tank like that, you probably need it. So that was another mistake on my part. I did worse in that one than I did in the other one. That was the top scorer on the team, though. Not the top damager, though, by a long shot, right? No, I wasn't. No, not even close. Okay, so 11,000 take home. So already I can see that this is not going to be the greatest moneymaker in the world. But it's fun so far. I mean, once again, let's take a look at the strong point of this tank. Once again, is going to be that armor. And I bounced again, 1,300 damage. I did less damage than I did blocking, though. But, yeah. All right, a couple more battles. All right. Looks like no heavies are going this way, so I'll pitch my armor and hopefully at least hold this side. Hopefully these scouts, they shouldn't, they're going to push up, but scouts are scouts. Yeah, so I have good impressions of this tank so far. Once again, I wish the gun was a little bit better, but then it'd be way overpowered, obviously, if that was the case. So this gun is viable at tier 9. You just have to work with it. Unfortunately, that means you're going to have to take your time and really aim, and sometimes that causes trouble. Well, these scouts are going right up. No kidding. Did they really leave? Oh. That whole midsection open? Or the upper? Look at that. Look at the one line on my map. Look at that. Look at those scouts. They're going right into the enemy base. Wow, nobody's in mid. Interesting. Where did they all go? Well, checking the bridge, not seeing anything. They were here. There's an IS-8. Yeah. His side armor is better than me. I'll let these guys go up there because this thing loads pretty fast. I'm hoping to get him. Yeah. Thanks. Anyone want to help here?
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, he's got the... I can't get the elevation on him. There we go. Come on. Oh. That terrain. Try to get under him again. Oh, man. These guys... The 64 is low. The T-20, the Super Pershing's my lower priority right now. I gotta get this Tiger too.
Critical hit.
Need to get up. Need to get up. Oh, this is a bad angling.
Driver,
Oh.
we're covering his position,
Yeah, and he's hitting
but
that
not
hatch.
very well.
Come on, somebody help me with this tiger.
Immobilized. Enemy
I'm gonna
armor
die.
is damaged.
Nope.
We're done for. Everyone down.
If we lose this, that was cool though. I got to kill. Now that time I got to kill a pretty big tank, and did some serious damage to that tiger too. But I can't handle 3 tanks at once. Super Pershing was trying to help, but no go. So no thanks to not a whole lot by me. We got a good win there. I did okay on the team score, not great, you know, but I kind of fell in where I was. I'm a little bit lower. The Super Pershing way outscored me. I got too aggressive. But once again, it's my 3rd battle with the tank guys. Give me some time here. Still, great game. I really like this tank. I'll tell you what. It's bouncing a lot of shots. Once again, let's take a look at that damage again, just for the fun of it. 720 blocked. Now the Tiger 2, you know, when I'm sitting there with my track busted and I just didn't repair it fast enough. But even so, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. Maybe I should have, you know, maybe with this tank you face hug. Maybe I should have just gotten right in there against his side and prayed that the Super Pershing was going to bounce. All right, next battle. I got to say, for the 4 battles that I've played, the matchmaking has been pretty gentle on this tank. And I don't know if it's always like that, but for my sample of playing, I've been real happy with the matchmaking. It's definitely, you know, obviously you're always going to be close to the top, but it's good stuff. I like this new artillery intro that they did. It's pretty cool. For those of you who haven't been playing the game for a while.
Time to roll out.
Knock some trees over. Mobility, it's okay. Definitely, it's a heavy tank. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'll tell you what, you know, I don't know that I'll... Once again, I definitely want the AMX CDC. I'm going to be buying that pretty much as soon as I get money. But I could see buying this tank before it gets taken out of the shop. I could see this definitely being a purchase because I have a lot of heavy crews on the Soviet side. Now, the downside is, to me, the money making has not been very good. I mean, that's... Even at $37,000, the take home on that was like $19,000. Well, if I'm gonna buy it to grind credits, I take home anywhere from like $30,000 to $60,000 in my Jag Panther 2, or I'm sorry, the JT88. I apologize, not the Jag Panther 2. In the JT88, I bring home, I want to say I average about $40,000 to $60,000, and the same for the Super Pershing. You make more money per battle with those because this one has that expensive ammo. It's the same issue with the SU-122-44. You just don't make a ton of money with it because the rounds are so expensive. But as far as a fun tank to play, it's still decent money that you're making. 20,000 take home in a tier 8 battle is pretty good. And if you're trying to train your crews or looking for a fun, I don't want to say easy tank to play, but fairly easy tank to play, this is a good tank. And like I said, I would imagine just like the IS-3, this guy's sitting up on the ridge there. What is he thinking? Oh, gosh. Get under cover, friend. It's not how we play the game. $5,100 can deal us some serious damage. Thankfully, he's soft as a baby's bottom. But, guys are looking like they're probably going to go down here. I'm going to, since we have 2 tanks up there, I'm going to see if I can. Ooh, 573. What is hitting those guys? Ouch. Dang it. Lost the IS. That was fast. Shoot, there must be 700. There's got to be a major tank destroyer down there. Now, one of the issues with this tank, of course, is your gun depression. I can't even, that far away, I'm still not able to hit that dude. Nope. Miss. Now I'm spotted, so I can't. Nice. Now, where did he hit me that he went through? Oh, on the underplate. So, you're definitely soft down there. You got to watch that. Somebody big just fired at me. Nope, haven't hit anything yet. So, once again, just like the 112, you're not going to do much damage shooting from a distance. And I'm definitely getting picked on here. So we can finish this dude off.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Finally a hit. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please, oh, please, oh, please. Yeah, there they go, got him. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, so far, it looks like we're going to win this match. It's not a guaranteed, but we got enough guys back at base that we should be able to hold this advance off. Come on, hit that T-43, dude.
Penetration.
There we go. Now he's going to start questioning what he's doing. I need to group up with these guys. We're all pretty well damaged, so this could end this could end bad or good. It depends. But I'm actually the best of these three, so I need the best health of these three, so I need to get up and see what I can do to help. Oh man, T-49 just killed a Jag Panther? What? So once again, oh boy.
Penetration.
I'm gonna get down, try to get into cover. Panther 88's got a pretty decent gun with a decent rate of fire. So keep this guy. Try to get over by this rock, so that whoever's at the base will not be able to shoot back at me. Nope. Didn't know if I could pull that off, but definitely not able to. Okay, so we're really weak on this side. I've still got the Panther 88 to deal with. Obviously, there's that Patton that's down in the ditch. So I'm just going to take it easy here. I'm going to play it safe. Nice and slow. Crap, I can't see him. I don't want to start heading back. I feel like if I do that... Aha! Patton got around me. Nice camo. And I'm in trouble because I'm not fast enough to turn. Look at how fast this guy refires. And no dice. Look how fast he refires. That's a crazy refire rate.
Critical hit.
Crap. Come on, you gotta be kidding.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Take your time. Take your time. Face hug. Face hug. Keep it close. Dang it. He's just too fast. And that's one of the downsides, of course.
Penetration. We've torched him.
He's going to hit me again, though. Might not be enough. Good crew. Wow.
Armor is destroyed.
That's where the armor comes in, folks. That's it. Right there. Only reason I survived that was because I caught him on fire. That was a luck shot. And then the armor. I'll tell you what, that armor bounced enough shots that I survived. I feel a song coming on. So I would say, oh, I'm almost down. I've only got 2 rounds left. I would say that that's definitely the best of the 4 games, and kind of learning the tank's strengths and weaknesses and a little bit of luck mixed in. That was definitely a winner game for me there. I love this tank. Flat out, this is a great tank. This reminds me of, well, the IS series, which is a good thing because, you know, the IS is what this is. It plays very much like the original IS or the IS3. Kind of reminds me a lot of the IS3, except for just the gun isn't as good. So if you like the IS3 tank, you're probably going to like this one. And look, I finally got some awards there. Second class mastery badge, all that good stuff. With premium, that would have been almost a $100,000 game. Now, after expenses, well, that ammunition's expensive, so that takes us down to a $42,000 profit. But that's more how you should be playing the tank, obviously, and 73,000. Now, I ran into that Patton Tier 9 and took him all the way down from full health. I did have some help, but there. Did 2,600 damage. I blocked 720. Again, wow, that's funny. That's 2 battles in a row with 720. And he got some, you know, the spotting assistance. These are the guys shooting the Patton. So, and some of the other tanks that I spotted. So that's, you know what, guys? I like this tank. I got to tell you right off the bat, I'm giving this one a thumbs up. This is especially if you're, I don't want to say a beginner, please take your time. Get up to Tier 8. Actually play some Tier 8 tanks like the T-44 or the IS-3 or maybe even some wimpy ones like the, oh, I got to watch what I say because a tank that I'll call wimpy somebody else might love. But anyway, this is, I would say get there first and then buy this. But if you're looking for your first Tier 8 premium tank, this one definitely is a great tank. It's a good balanced tank, and that's hard to find in these Tier 8 premium heavies. Because, you know, let's face it, you've got the T-34, which is really slow, really crappy reload, but a great gun. So you have to learn how to hull down, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have trouble with it. And it's a long reload, so it's going to be a kind of a patience game with that one. You've got the Luva, which has kind of crappy armor and a really decent gun. It's almost the same as the T-34. Neither of those tanks get preferential matchmaking. Then you have the FCM-50T, which has a random gun. It's a good gun, but it randomly does weird things. And it has higher penetration, but the tank is much weaker. It's huge. It's like twice this size. So you run into an issue of people shooting you from everywhere, you know, and it's like you can't hide the tank behind rocks and stuff because it's just so stinking big. I love my FCM-50T, but it has some issues. And then you're looking at, you know, the mediums. It's hard to compare because they're different. But the KV-5, once again, with its big weak spots on the front, even though it has good armor, and it's got an even worse gun. It's lower penetration and lower damage, higher rate of fire. But, you know, and that one you can't really get unless you get it on special. It's a little bit cheaper, though. I don't know. But this, to me, this feels like the IS, almost exactly like the IS-3 did when it had the first gun. And actually, this has better armor than the IS-3 when it had the first gun. So I'm giving this one a thumbs up, guys. If you're looking for a premium tank and you've got maybe 3,000 or 4,000 or more battles under your belt, just know that you're not going to make tons of money with this tank unless you do really well like that last battle. But because you get the preferential tiering, your chances of having those kind of battles are better. So anyway, I like this tank. I am impressed. And you've seen the last couple that I've played, I haven't been that excited about. And in fact, you guys didn't see, I had the STA-2, and I ended up deleting the video because I disliked the tank so much that I felt like it was a very negative video, and I didn't want to put it on YouTube. But just let's leave it at that. It's not a tank that I would ever buy. So to play a tank that's an older tank, it's definitely been there for a long time. It's been power creeped. This is awesome. Anyway, thumbs up on this one, guys. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the battlefield. Thanks again, once again, Wallace, for letting me use your account. Awesomeness. Have a great night, guys.